in last lecture, what we have seen in unit 2, right? Lastly, we have seen how the type conversion will work, right? There are two types of conversion, that is implicit and explicit. Today we are going to start, and I have given you one program that you need to do yourself. That is the conversion of temperature, right? If it will be given in Celsius, you need to convert it into the Fahrenheit and vice versa. I think only 6-7 students has done that, and they send me the either a video or a, you can say, the pic of that one. Mostly they are correct one. So what the others are doing, just I have given one small program to you. So can you not do the practice on that one? Then how can you understand the concept? Because now actually we'll start with the unit 3. That is what control structure in C, right? If you do not know the basic program, then how can you understand the things which we are going to use now, right? Looping concept, decision making statement, fine. So just make a practice of this one. Okay. So today we'll start with the unit 3, that is control structure in C. So as we have seen in a flow chart, right? So I have given the type of statement example here. So you can see that there are mainly 3 types of statements are supposed to be used, right? Simple, that means sequence, we can say. So you can see it in a first flow chart. This is, so that is what, this is nothing but what, a sequence. That means all the statements are in a sequence when they are supposed to be executed. That means first it will be start with here, then first statement input is executed, then this, then this, and then it is supposed to be stopped. After that, what happened? The second type of statement, this is first. Second type of statement, this is sequence. You can see it is nothing but what? A sequence. Then the next type of statement, that is called a decision making, that we are going to see today, right? Decision making, that means what? Some condition is there, and depend upon that condition, the flow of the program is supposed to be decided. Fine. The flow, again, the flow of the program is supposed to be decided. That means, for example, if your age is above 18, right, or 18, then you can eligible for the vaccine. That we have seen the example, simple. Or if you are having 2 number, so what? Input 2 number, this is first step. After that, what we are going to check, that is number 1 is greater than 2. So there are 2 parts are there. You can see either it should, it may be a false or it may be a true, right? There are 2 paths are there. So that is what decision making statement. Fine. And according to that, you need to print something, or you need to do processing. Either it will be true or false. The another one is what? A looping, right? Mostly that we have not seen the flowchart in detailed one, right? This is third one, and that is what? Looping. Looping, that means nothing but it's a what? Repetition. We can say looping, that means what? The repetition of things, right? So that is called a looping. So we have seen that example, that how to print 1 to 10, how to print your name 10 times. That 2 example we have seen, right? We have not seen the other example that we will cover in this unit, right? Flowchart as well as concept of looping, both. Fine. So total there are 3 types of statements are supposed to be there: sequence, decision making, and repetition. That means looping. Now in this unit 2, we are going to discuss the decision making statement. Fine. So we will start with that one. So you know that I have told you that you need to use if statement. Fine. When we have seen the operator, okay, which operator is supposed to be used here? I have told you in the operator chapter, right? We have learned 8 types of operator. I have told you once or twice that this operator can be used in decision making statement or a if statement, with if statement. So which are those operators are there? Which are those operators are there? arithmetic operator, logical operator, relational operator, bitwise operator, spatial operator. There are so many types of operators we have seen, right? Which operators mostly are supposed to be used with if statement? That I told you. And yeah, I also told you to remember this, right? Anyone? If you are writing condition, so which operator you will use? Suppose I need to check, same, see here, if I need to check the number is which greater, two numbers are given here, right? That means you are not concentrating in a lecture. Okay. So see, here you can see the example. There are two numbers are there. I am checking that number with this operator. So which type of operator is there? And this is very important question. Types of operator and explain any three or explain all. That is the most important question. Yeah, relational, not arithmetic. Have you used arithmetic to check the condition? You can use it in an expression like a plus b is greater than c, but main operators used are what? A relational operator. Comparison operator is itself a relational operator, right? That means less than, greater than, less than or equal to, double equal to, greater than. This all are what? Relational operators. So with decision making statement, we are going to mostly use which operator? Relational. And which is another operator? Which is another operator which is used with the relational? Just remind those operators, so you'll get an answer. With relational, suppose I need to check two condition. Yes, Samar, what is the meaning of this one? 222 number. Okay, logical, yes. With that one, we are using which logical operator. That means what? If you need to check more than one condition, I told you at that time, A greater than B and A greater than C. If both condition are true, then and then we can say that A is a maximum one, right? So for that, you need to use this operator, and this is called what? A logical operator, right? They are double and pipeline, that means or. This is or symbol, and this is for what? And, right? Clear? So mostly we are going to use which operator? Relational and logical with this one, right? Fine. Okay, so now which are the statements are used in C language? For the, again, this is very important, right? Explain or list out the decision statement in C and explain any one with example. That kind of thing is also asked, right? So you can see that if statement, switch statement, conditional operator statement, and go to statement. Now there are four ways are there to implement the decision making statement. That means if you need to decide the path, which path you want to continue, so there are four ways: using if, using switch, using conditional, and go to. Which concept we have already seen from this one? Which concept we have already seen? Just write down into the chat box which concept we have seen in the previous chapter, unit 2. See, until you are not supposed to give an answer, then the way of, we can say the continuity is supposed to be changed, right? Because whatever the cover maximum, that is not important. What is understand by, okay, conditional operator, that is important, right? Okay, conditional operator. What if statement? As we have seen the if statement, 219 number, first and third. I don't remember that I have give you the syntax of if or anything, right? Unit 2 is about operator. So simply here it is listed which operator. So you can directly say that we have seen what? Conditional operator or ternary operator. If statement we have not learned. Okay, if you know, then it's a different thing, but we have seen what? Conditional operators. concentrate in a lecture, right? Fine. So we have seen which one? Conditional operator. Conditional operator, that means what? Ternary operator, question mark and colon. We have seen the program A greater than B, than question question mark A and colon B, right? Which will be greater? That means if this is the condition, this is true part and this is false part, right? That we have seen. Fine. Or a doubt? Okay, fine. And again, the reminder is what? 30-minute lecture and 20 minutes. If you are not present in the second one, you will be marked as a absent. You have to present in both the lecture and also late joining. That means you are absent, right? So this we have seen. We'll start with the if statement. We will start with a if statement. So there are again 4 types of if statements are there. A first one is a simple if statement, then if else statement, then nested if else. Nested, that means what? One if containing another if. Simple. Nesting, that means what? One thing contain itself inside it. Else if ladder, right? So there are 4 ways are there to make a decision making statement of if. Now we will start with the first one, that is what? Simple if statement. So first we'll see what the syntax. So this is the syntax of if statement. So you can see that for that we are using what? The if. You can see that for that we are using what? If keyword. If you remember, there are 32 keywords are there in C language. So if is a what? Keyword. With if in a parenthesis, compulsory in a parenthesis, you have to provide test expression. So test expression, that means what? It is nothing but a condition. So see, whenever it will be asked in an exam like explain the if statement with example. Okay, so whenever things like you need to ask for a explain, you have to go in which way? You have to first explain the syntax, then this flowchart, simple flowchart of syntax, and then give the example. Compulsory you have to write syntax, right? When it will be asked like explain something. Clear? So test the expression, that means condition. Now you know that how to write a condition, that is using what? Relational and logical operator. We will see in the example. Now, if this condition is true or false, there are 2 ways are that this condition may be true or it may be false. So you can see that if this condition is true, then what happens? This statement block will be executed. When? If the condition is true. That means whatever here written in the curly bracket, that is supposed to be executed. If your condition is false, right? If this condition is false, so control directly goes to which statement? X statement. Your this curly bracket statements are not supposed to be executed. Clear how the thing will be happen? That means what is the flow? If, then this is condition. If the condition is true, then this part will be executed, and if the condition is false, then this part will be executed. Clear or any doubt? And after curly bracket, whatever statement is there, they all are executed in a sequence one. If the condition is true, this part will be executed and all the remaining statement will be executed in a sequence one. Clear? If statement. So same way the flow chart for this. Entry, that means whatever statements are there before, they can be there. After that, test expression. So you can see that for if statement. Okay, now I'll clear this. Now this if. How to draw in a flow chart? That will be using what? Decision box, right? Test the expression. If it will be true and false, there are 2 parts are there. So if it will be true, which statement block? Just have a drawn this flow chart according to the syntax only, right? So statement block, if it is true, right? If it is false, then statement X. So here also statement X. Now the Main thing you need to remember when you are supposed to draw the flow chart, after executing true part, when it will go, okay, where it will go. So it is at this statement which is after the curly bracket. So see, this arrow is important one. This, okay. After statement block, it will execute statement X, and after that next statement. So next statement, this that means whatever it is there, return 0 or any other statement. So this is not a simple if statement. Any doubt? Any doubt in simple if statement? Any doubt? Just confirm in a chat box. Right? Okay. Fine. So this is the, we can say what, the simple if statement. Now example we will see in this slide only, so you will be having clear idea, right? Just a minute. Example. An example is suppose I need to find out the maximum from 2. We will see program of this also in next 20 minutes, right? Maximum of 2 number. So I'm not write whole program here. I'll just like I'll just write the logic here. Fine. Maximum of 2 number. So what happens whenever any program is there, you need to think about what should be the input, what should be the output, and what should be the processing. So what should be the input for this? I want 2 number, right? Input for this program is what? A 2 number. Output should be what? Whatever maximum is there, that will be printed. Okay, and processing, that means what? I will be using which statement? So if statement. Fine. So here there is a scanning of all the numbers, 2 number, main, that I am not writing, right? This you need to now understand. I will start with what? If statement. So here, okay, I'll write just for your understanding. Integer n1 and n2. 2 numbers I have taken, and I have used n1 equal to 5 and n2 equal to 6. Fine, just a minute. Okay, so what happened now? If statement. So in if, what I need to write? Condition, right? Same like here, test expression. That means I'll write what? Condition. So what I'll write? N1 greater than N2. You can write anything, N1 less than N2 or N1 greater than N2. For right now, assume that 2 numbers are not equal. Okay, they are different one. Then and then we can use this statement. Now if N1 greater than N2, then what? Curly bracket. Right now you have to write curly bracket. Remember that thing. Okay. If N1 is greater than N2, so what happened? I need to print what? Message N1 is greater. Right? Else. Sorry, N1 is what? A greater. If N1 greater than N2. Otherwise, how you are supposed to print that? Print F N1 or N2 is greater. Suppose here what happened? We have told that if the statement is false, this thing is executed. If statement is true, so this thing is executed. So now here I can't write printf N2 is greater. Why? Because it will give you both answer. We will see in the program. So for N2, what I'll do? I'll write another if statement. If N2 greater than N1, then what? A printf N2 is greater, right? I'll write in this way. 2 if statement. So whatever number of conditions are there, you have to write those many if statement. According that we know only if statement. That's why, right? Clear? Or any doubt? So we will move further. If else. Next is what? If else. So you can see that this is better to use than simple if. Why? Because if you are having 2 parts, right? So you have to go for what? If else. So the syntax is what? If and test the expression. After that curly bracket, that means true block statement. Now if your condition is false, then which statement you want to execute, that can be directly specified where in the else part. And remember one thing, many students are mistaken that what doing here the condition. They are writing here condition mostly in exam, right? So don't write this one. Else is executed when if this condition is false. Fine. So no need to write the condition with else. It will give you the error. Okay. So else, false block statement. That means now we can write a previous program in a simple way because we will be having what else. Okay, if else. This is called what? If else statement. Now the the flow chart for the same one. This is the entry point. Paste the expression. That means this thing can be represented with this one. Paste the expression. So there are two ways, true or false. There are two paths. So if it will be true, this true block will be executed. After that, what? False statement, false block will be executed. Now, what happens if the condition is true, right? The question is what? Suppose these statements are executed. Here you can write more than one statement. Yes, it is not like that only you can use one statement. So, which statement will be executed after this? Suppose I have write some condition. This condition is true. So it will execute this part, right? This part. After executing that part, which part is supposed to be executed? Suppose I have written here some statement. So which statement should be executed? Because see, in this if statement, after executing true, it will goes where? A very next statement which is after this, right? A very next statement which is after curly bracket. So here which statement is supposed to be executed? Anyone? Anyone? Just raise your hand. I'll unmute or I'll randomly unmute, right? Okay. Two, 3, 1. Roll number 2, 3, 1. Sorry, 2, 3, 2. Smith. 2, 3, 2. Unmute yourself quickly. 232. True block statement is executed, but after executing true block statement, where the control will goes, that I am asking. Clear? 209 number. After executing true block, which statement is supposed to be executed? That I want. And 232 number. Unmute yourself quickly. Otherwise, I'll assume that you are not in a lecture. 232. Okay, fine. 228 goes on else statement. Okay, one answer. Okay, 228. Unmute yourself. Mitali. 228 number, quickly. See, if you are not supposed to do the unmute, you will be marked as absent again. I will assume that you are not in a lecture. 232 and 228. Why it is not going to be on? Already I have repeated the question 4-5 times. Okay, again, suppose my condition is true, this, right? After, so what happened? True block will be executed. Now my question is, after executing true block statement, where the control will goes? Which statement is supposed to be executed? Okay, fine, 238 number, fine. Okay, statement X. I just see the lecture. Okay, fine. So, okay. So, statement X. Okay. Control will skip the else part and continue with the other command. Okay. Statement X. But statement X, that means what? This is written here in a flow chart. So just you need to do what? Just a minute. I'm asking in a syntax. So you need to say what? Whatever the statement here after else part. So that is supposed to be executed, and that is nothing but what? A statement X. Fine. It is what? A statement X. So that means what? If our condition is true, this part will be executed, and this is supposed to be skipped. This is supposed to be skipped, and it will execute start from this, right? So this is the way in which it is supposed to be executed. Fine. So same way you can see here, false block, true block, and after that statement X. That means if your condition is false, it will goes to which part? Else part, right? If your condition is false, it will goes to which part? Else part, and after that it will execute this statement. Now after executing this, it will execute which statement, which is after the curly bracket. That means here statement X, right? Clear or a doubt how if statement will be executed and how if else will execute it? Clear? Okay, so we will move to the programming part. If there any doubt, then just let me know here only. Find any doubt in if and if else statement. So today we are going to see this two only, if and if else. There are four types of if, nested if and else if. We'll see tomorrow. Now we will see what the program related to simple if and if else statement. So just I am ending this meeting. You need to rejoin it quickly. Fine? Okay. Okay, so first program we will see how to, those we have seen in the theory part, that we are supposed to do here only, right? Let the others join. So which program we are going to see first? Maximum from two number, right? Maximum from two number. And suppose you know only if statement. So how we are supposed to do it? Okay, that I am writing. So first is what? Declare a two number. So they are nothing but what? The integer. With integer, we are going to declare a two number. So that is suppose integer n1 comma n2. Fine. After that, what? I'll scan those number. That is scanf. Two numbers are integer, so always use a percentage d, right? Ampersand n1 comma ampersand n2. This is the syntax of scanf. Okay, after that what I need to do? After that what I need to do? Anyone? I have just declared two number. Okay, and I'll write printf also, because when I run my program, it will show me the blank screen. So I don't know what I need to enter, right? So for that, I'll write what? Enter two numbers. Okay, for the simplicity, I'm writing this. Fine? Or a doubt? Okay, after scanning of variable, the next step should be what? If statement, right? I need to do what? A if statement. Yes, if condition. Fine. So I'll write that just if now n1 greater than n2 condition, right? N1 greater than what? N2, and I will use curly bracket. Okay. Now after that, what happened? I need to just print a message. What? Print f that n1 is max or maximum, whatever, right? I'll write in a short. Fine, or a doubt? Now to check for the another, I'll write what? If n2 greater than n1, if n2 greater than n1, then I will write what? That print f n2 is max. Right? Clear? Or any doubt? So, and last statement should be what? A return 0. That means what it is there? Suppose, yeah. So what happened here? It will check the condition. If this is, see, again it will check the condition, right? If n2 greater than 1, then it will, okay, here it should be n1, fine. So what happened? It will print n2 is max and return 0. Fine. So this is what the simple if statement. Same program we will do with the if else also. So I'll just run that program. Just tell me if the screen is visible or not, right? The output screen. Just a minute. Output screen is visible. Output screen is visible or not? Yes. Okay, fine. So see, it will be asked me what enter to number, right? If I have not written, then blank screen will be there. I'll enter 5 and 8. So what happens? 5 will be goes into N1 and 8 will be goes into the N2. Then I need to press enter. So you can see that it will print what? N2 is max. Clear? N2 is max here. Fine. So again we will execute this program and we'll see, we'll give first number a max number, right? So we'll see what should be the answer. 9 and 2. So it will print what? N1 is maximum. Fine, simple program. Okay. The another we will do with what? If else. We will do with what? If else. So this is supposed to be same. What is supposed to be changed? Only this part, right? This. So what happened? If else, that means if condition. If that condition is false, then else part will be executed. So simple, see what I have done. If n1 greater than n2, printf n1 is max, else. That means if this condition is false, then it will jump to where? Else part. Clear? And after executing else, it will execute which part? Return 0. Okay, any doubt into this? So we will run this program, right? Okay. Enter two number 1 and 6. So N2 is maximum. Fine. N2 is maximum. The output. So what is the difference between if and if else? Can anyone tell me? Which will be used is a better one? If else or only if statement? Again, I am repeating the question. What should I need to use? If else statement or simple if statement, and why? Okay, if and else is better. Yes, if and else is better. Okay, fine. But why? Only if will work. No, what I'm asking, which is better to use? If else or if statement? Because it is more convenient. Okay, that is more convenient. Any other technical answer? Because in if else we get better output. No, we get same output. It's not a reason. See, output will be same. You can see either it will print n1 is max or n2 is max, right? 188 number. But what happened? I want answer in terms of technical. Okay, if else is better because we can get true and false value. Okay, we have write two condition every time. Yes, we have to write. Okay, fine. So this is what? Okay, 2 times we need to check the condition. Fine. Yes. What? Okay. 119. I am reading all the comments, so it will take a time because I need to clear you as a terms of technical also, right? Because it takes less time. Okay. We can write. Yeah. Okay. So that is the answer, which is correct one, and that I want. Okay. That is 199. The time it will take a less. Yes. So what happened? If I'll write two if statement in a my program, okay, just I'll explain you by writing something. Just a minute. If I'll write just a minute. how it will take a less time, that I need to explain, right? Just suppose you can see that here I have write what? If and else. So what happen if this condition is false, then and then this part will be executed, otherwise not. So number of statement is supposed to be executed less in if else. But same program, if I have write like this, if n1 greater than n2, as just I have write, right? Then what? Printf n1. I'm writing in a short, right? N1 is max. Another condition, if n2 is greater than n1, then what happened? The printf n1, sorry, n2. This is the program just we have write previously, right? So what happened? It will take, now consider the time. It will take more time, this program, and this will take less time. Why? Because here, see, both conditions are supposed to be checked. Again, I am repeating, both the conditions are going to be checked. This is also checked and this is also checked. And we know that only one is going to be true one, right? At a time, both number cannot be a greater one. Only one can be a greater one. So this, what happened? All the statements are executed. That's why it will take more time. While here, what happened? If this condition is true, this part will be executed and this part is supposed to be skipped, right? So number of statements are executed less in what? If else as compared to the if statement. That's why it is better to use what? A if else statement, because time. Whenever we are doing programming, na, you will be having a separate subject for this. That is, we can say the analysis of algorithm, right? Design and analysis of algorithm. So at that time, you will be having a clear idea that anytime if you are writing the program, two characteristics are main that is supposed to be checked. That is time complexity and space complexity. Time, how much time it will take, right? I have told you, if I'll give a one program to your class, 81 students, there are 81 solution can be there. But which solution is better one, that will be depend upon what, how much space that program is required and how much time that program is required. Fine. So better to use which statement? If else. Clear concept? If and if else, and just we have seen only one program, that is which one? To find out the maximum from two number. Fine. Now we will move to the another program, that is odd even. Okay, odd even. Write a program to check the number is even or odd. So how many inputs are required to check even odd? Quickly, how many inputs are required to check even odd number? Now you are supposed to tell me. Okay, input one number. Yes. So what I'll do, I'll just declare a one number, that is nothing but what? Num1. Okay, then what? You need to scan it. Okay, how many types of scanning of how many types are there to give the value to variable? How many types are there to give the value to variable? 3 inputs. How it's required? 3 inputs. I want to check just the number is even or odd. 209 number. Vedang, you are sending all programs and writing that 3 inputs are required to check number is even or odd. So it is what? Only one number is required, na? How it's required 3 variable? That I am not getting. Okay, 180 number. Just unmute yourself. I just need to listen what you are understanding from this, or just explain me. 180. Okay, whatever you are having the answer, na, you just.
Ma'am, I am telling we are.
Okay.
Yes.
Yes.
We are going to use only num1.
Yes. So
only one variable we are going to use.
Okay, so you have written 3 variables. That's why I have asked you.
Right? 3 variables is for we are using this integer, float, and string. That's why I had written 3 variables.
No. I'm not asking.
You asked them, ma'am. That's why.
That is data type. Okay.
Oh, sorry. Data type.
Clear your doubt. Whatever. See, if you are wrong also, na, then we are here for that only, right? To make a corrective. So what? Variable, that means what? which we are going to use in our program for doing the processing. And data type, that means what should be the data into that. So they are data type, integer, float, character, string, all are data type, right? But how many input, that means what user is supposed to give, that is called input. Fine. So it is only one, because I want to check the number is even or odd. Okay, fine, done. Now the next question is what? Okay, which are the way? See, don't write a program in a comment, okay, until I ask you to give the solution or write, then and then you are supposed to write, right? Because so many comments are coming, I'm not able to read, and no need to write the whole program into chat box, right? Again, so what happened, what I'm asking, what are the 3 ways? Now I will ask also with that one, right? What are the ways to give the value to variable? Listen properly. What are the ways to give value to variables? Same thing I have asked in the previous session also. Quickly. Okay, someone is writing 3 ways. Okay, fine. Yes, there are 3 ways, right? Okay, just wait for a 173 number. Unmute yourself. 173 number. 173. All the way. Can you unmute yourself? Okay, 173. Then 167. Perry. 167. Unmute yourself quickly. See, if you are not supposed to unmute, that I'll consider you are not in a lecture, right?
Yes.
Yeah. What are the 3 ways to give the value to variable? In whatever language you know, you can speak, right? It's not like that you are going to speak in only English. Hindi, Gujarati is also okay. How to assign some value to variable? That means if I want to give some value, say 5 to num1, so how I can give that, I am asking. Clear question, Perry?
Yes, ma'am.
So what are the ways? How I can assign the value 5 to the num1? Yes.
N1 is equal to 5.
Okay. So sorry. Just repeat it.
N1 is equal to 5.
N1 or num1? Num1 equal to 5. This is one way using assignment. What are the other 2 ways? Do you know the answer? Yes or no? Quickly. Yes or no? I am asking.
No.
No. Okay, fine. Okay. Just mute yourself. One is num1 equal to 5. That is assignment statement. Yes, correct one. The another one is what? Don't write a unnecessary thing in a chat, right? Whatever question I am asking, just regarding that only you are supposed to write. Okay, I have asked right now what, which are the 3 ways. Okay, so just you need to write in concern of that only. Fine. Okay, take the input from user. Yes, very good. So that is using which statement? Scanf. You need to write what? Yes, scanf. So another is scanf. This is assignment, and third one is what? Initialization. Initialization, that means at the time of declaration. See, I am repeating this because it is important. Fine. So here just I have assigned, I'm not going to assign the value. Normally we will use which always a scanf, right? Enter number. I'll write what? Enter number. Clear? Then I will use what? A scanf. So scanf %d is called a control string. Why? Because the number is integer, right? Amazon than num1. Okay. Okay, just a minute, I think. Okay. Now, after that, what I'll do, I'll check the condition. So, what expression should be there in a condition? Quickly. How to check the number is odd or even, that we have seen in the flow chart also. Number is odd or even. If that number is what, divisible by 2, that means it will give the remainder 0. Yes, modulo operator. We have to use what? The modulo operator. That means what? If num1 modulo the percentage sign 2 double equal to 0. If num1 modulo 2 and if double equal to, not a single equal to, Hariom, single equal to, that means it is a assignment statement. We have to use what? A relational operator, that means double equal to. Fine. So if it is like this, what I supposed to write? Number 2 more 2 equal to double equal to 0. So print f, I will write that num1 is even. Okay, num1 is even. Otherwise, what I need to write now, I'll use if else statement, right? So what I'll write else. Now remember, if there is only one statement within the if, no need to write the curly bracket. It is optional. So I'm not writing in a second line in a else part. Fine. Return 0. Okay. Any doubt? Again repeating, if there is a no number of statement in either if or else is only one, no need to do the curly bracket, that is okay. But if you will be having here more than one statement, then you have to write the curly bracket. Fine. And when you are not doing curly bracket, you have to follow the indentation. Like see, after else, I have not written or I have not start printf here. You can see I have not start printf here. I have start with one tab. So this is the way to write a program. Clear? This is the way, and you also follow this only. After that, return 0. Okay, I'll run that program. So you can see that enter the number. So I'll enter what? A 7. So that is odd. Fine. It will be odd. And if I'll enter a 6, so that should be even. Okay, any doubt? Just we have seen simple if statement and if else statement. In that one only 2 program we have seen the maximum number and odd even number. Okay, maximum number and which? Odd even number. Clear? Now one program that I'll give you, maybe in number is odd or even. Okay, maximum number, that is okay. Try to make a program, repeating, try to make a program for we can say the variable which is to find a maximum from 3 number. Okay, find a maximum from 3 number. Clear? You have to what? Write a program to find out maximum from 3 number. You are supposed to use which statement? Either if statement or if else statement. Only 2 options you will be having, right? Fine, ma'am. What will be the output of V? Okay, that we will discuss. If there is a single equal to sign, okay, I'll tell you. If there is a single equal to sign, then what happens? It is not a comparison. It is just a normal statement like this, right? So that is always supposed to be true. That is always supposed to be true. That means what happened? Always the if part will be executed. Fine. Just we will check it. That what happened if we have write this. Okay, it will give a error here num1 2, because what happened? Just a minute. Okay, because what happened here, we have used the expression. But if I'll write that num1 equal to 0, for example, then it will not give an error, because left side there is the expression. So see what happened if num1 equal to 0. It is not a condition, right? So suppose I have entered a number 7. Then also it will print what? Okay, just a minute. If num1 equal to 0. Okay, here it should be num 0, instead of 0, I'll write any other value 1. Okay, we will clear right now only this. So see, enter the number. So I will enter 7, suppose. Then also my output is number is even. You can see why? Because what happened? If the condition is true, the C will consider it as a non-zero, and if condition is false, the C will consider it as a what? 0. Again repeating, if the C is considered what? Condition is false, then it is 0, and condition is true, then it is non-zero. So see, here 1 is a non-zero number, right? 1, 3, 5, whatever you are writing. So always it will execute which part? True part. But if I will write here 0, so what happens? Num1 equal to 0. That means it will give you final answer what? Me to 0. So 0, that means condition is false. So that's why it will execute which part? Else part. Okay, just see, I'll run that program and I have write what? Num1 equal to 0, and I am giving even number. Then also it will print what? Num is odd. Clear? Okay. Whoever asked the question, specially, is it clear? 183 number. If okay, fine. Okay. Krish, is it clear? Fine. Okay. So this type of output can be that I'll discuss, but I want to discuss it later on. But if you have asked, so just I have explained. Fine. Okay, fine. So now you can leave. Okay, and do the practice of which program. Find out maximum from 3. You can use only if statement or if else. Don't send me the screenshot of using another that is concept of if, right? That means else if ladder or anything. I don't want. I want this concept only, because you know this only. Okay. Okay, fine. Okay, now you can leave.